Yo, 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 my beautiful people. Guys, today I was in the mountains and I met this very special someone and I decided to spend some time with her. And I came home and I was like, no, let me do this live stream. Let me do multi-streaming. And I tried to set up the multi-streaming and I couldn't figure it out on TikTok. So I was just in this like loop and I was like, man, like I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do this multi-streaming thing yet. But tomorrow I will be at the office. And guys, this is like classic. First, it's classic Mercury retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde, there's always delays and, you know, there's always delays when it comes to Mercury retrograde. There's delays and setbacks. There can be setbacks. So we got to be particularly mindful. And we had Mercury go back into the sign of Pisces. Mercury doesn't really like Pisces, right? Mercury is more about the practical, the details, the knowledge, the accurate exchange of information. But then we have Mercury going into the sign of Pisces. And this is, Mercury doesn't really like to be there. And yeah, so, and it conjuncted Neptune just before it went into Aries. Neptune went into Aries. So we may have missed a detail. Okay, this is what's coming in. We may have missed a detail when it comes to mercurial matters, when it comes to technology, when it comes to social media, live streaming, just like what I went through today. And yeah, so the stream is a little late, to be quite frank, and I do apologize for that. I meant to go on earlier. I did go live on TikTok, and it was cool. It was a beautiful thing. It seems to be such a different crowd there as well. So there's a lot for me to think about. Shout out to Lou joining in the chat. So, yeah, we're going to talk astrology. This is an astrology related live stream. And I really enjoy doing these. I'm going to clip this on here. Yeah, I don't be doing that, Lou. I don't know. This is just for my own channel. And let me know if you guys can hear me. It looks like my chain is the microphone. Anyways, yeah, I normally go. Hey, shout out to Nano CBD. I'm so happy you're here. I normally go live on every day, Sunday to Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is all astrology related and philosophy, spirituality, music as well. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's not nice. Yeah, this is what we talk about here. And I normally go live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but today, as you can see, the Santour, just hip hop and electronic music. That's kind of what I produce. If you want to check it out, check out my channel. All my releases are on there. Not with the singing bowls, these are my synthesizers, EDM music, hip hop. That's the main thing. I use singing bowls though. I do like singing bowls, but that's not like my predominant um, mode of music. Shout out to Hydro in the chat. Hydro Vehicle. That's a cool name too. You don't have to. It's all love, bro. It's all love. It's all love. You know, we don't. This is a live stream. If you're not into astrology, if you're not into music, maybe you stick around for the good vibes. But I do have to fulfill my promise and speak about some astrology stuff. Said, shout out Nicholas. Says, no, I'm not. Shout out Trey Songz. I haven't heard that name in a while. He's cool though. He's cool. He's cool. That's kind of like baby making music though. I don't know. I make more like EDM. I guess maybe that's baby making music to some people. I don't know. Yeah, I play the 528 hertz tone. In the future, I really want to like start connecting these instruments to the live stream some way, somehow. Because these are analog synthesizers. This is like part of my collection here. And right there is like my studio. So I would really like to connect the music and like do like really cool musical live streams, but I'm kind of figuring it out. I just recently started doing live streams in February. What is it? It's the end of March, so almost 2 months. Um, damn. Wait, Trey Songz? Why does that sound so familiar? No, I was thinking about Tory Lanez. I know who Trey Songz is though. That's cool. Shout out to Nano CBD. Man, thanks for pulling up. I know it's a late stream. Like it's like 11 where I'm at right now. And, you know, but came on here to do and talk about some astrology things because this is why we're here. This is what I do. Part of what I do. Know what I'm saying? So anyways, guys, this week is a pretty jam-packed week. Yesterday my mind was blown by the eclipse. Today has been a blur. Today, it's been, I don't know. Today was just like this has been a pretty profound day too, for me too. Like I literally went to the mountains today and then, I ended up connecting with this girl. She was really sweet and came back home and we decided to go for a walk. Like it was nice. It was really, really chill. And this is what eclipses do. They just like shift and rearrange things, right? And we don't know like exactly how this is going to play out because the eclipse is just a seed, right? The new moon is simply a beginning. And in this beginning, we don't know how necessarily it's going to end. We have to wait 2 weeks until the full moon. And then from the full moon back down to the new moon. In the full moon, the fullness of the seed that we planted becomes very visible and we'll become very aware of it. And then we take the fruits thereof from the full moon to the new moon. So eclipses shift and change everything. And not only that, we had Mercury go back into the sign of Pisces. We had Neptune go into the sign of Aries for the first time in 165 years. So guys, talk about big changes, big shifts. Like this is not a joke. Like In one area of life, in one way, shape, or form, all of us are embarking on a completely brand new journey. Because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And eclipses, like we made it through eclipse season. So whew, thank God. All right. Shout out to God for helping us through. But man, this is just the beginning of a completely new paradigm. And we don't know yet what it holds for us. We don't know. Shout out to Threshold Moment. I like that name too. These are good. You guys pick like really cool screen names. That's awesome. I understand. We started a new adventure. How about that? New adventure. This new moon put us on this path of a new adventure. Possibly a great adventure as well. This is not to be taken lightly. And in this great adventure, we are going to see YouTube. We're going to see, not just, I don't know why I said YouTube. I read your comment there. We're going to see big changes, but we have to be patient. Again, I told you guys, we have to be patient because Venus and Mercury are still in retrograde from, well, still retrograde right now until the 7th, where Mercury is going to go direct. And then on the 12th, it's going to be Venus that's going to go direct. So just be patient, be patient, be patient. And I was looking at the week ahead. This week is a jam-packed astrological week. First, we have mostly lunar energies throughout the week. So, and it's going to be a mix of emotional roller coasters and, the usual day-to-day. But towards the end of this week, we have Mars is going to be forming key aspects to some power players. And then on Sunday, we have Venus that's going to do the same. It's going to follow suit. So, yeah. I don't know if I agree with that threshold because this is a beautiful platform wherein we get to connect, we get to learn. Come on, there's literally a thing called YouTube University for a reason. Because there's just so much people providing value, giving away stuff for free. There's paid stuff too, but So Nano CBD says the Gemini tarot card readers on YouTube agreed with your astrological prediction for Geminis. It was a great confirmation. My wife said, "You got my new beginning perfectly." Beautiful. I'm happy to hear, man. Today again, bear with me because it was kind of a rough start in terms of like getting this multi-streaming thing set up because for those of you who don't know, I'm branching into TikTok land. And there's just some weird things. Yeah, there's just some technological issues that I had. So we'll see what happens. I'm speaking, and what I'm speaking about is purely astrology. Okay. And to me, it is a new paradigm because, and I respect your opinion because, and this is what this, if anything, this channel promotes. One of the things that this channel promotes is good vibes and the right for people to have their own opinion. Because not everybody will believe in astrology, and that's okay. It's kind of like religion in the sense that you can't tell a Muslim to adopt Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, or vice versa. Everybody has their own beliefs, their own opinions. And I'm simply here to speak about astrology, which is the science of the correlation of the planetary and heavenly bodies and their movements with events that occur here on Earth, as above, so below. I'm sure maybe you may have heard that somewhere, that popular axiom. But this week, guys, I mean, there's going to be, shout out to Yano in the chat. Big facts. I know, that's how I was born, baby. It's how I was born. Yo, thank you, Nano CBD. There's no trolls. It's all, look, at the end of the day, this is one thing I realize. It's like, if I'm preaching, if I'm walking my talk, right? And I do believe that love is the ultimate and most powerful force in the universe. And my belief, my creed, it doesn't matter who comes in here because it's all love. They all get love, everybody. And this is how we build community, right? We're all unique, we're all different, and we have a right to be, a right to exist. And this is what this new age is all about as well. And I think the people who don't get that, don't understand that, the human social connection, are going to be the people who suffer the most. That's what's going to happen. And I'm not responsible for anybody else's actions or suffering. I'm only responsible for my own joy and happiness. And maybe you guys can tell, I had a beautiful day. Like this just absolute gorgeous woman that I was with went to the mountains and, got nature in, and I just came back. I know you live in Canada, Nano, so it's like you're probably around a lot of greenery, but I live in Vegas, so it's like there's not a whole lot of that around here. Anyways, let's continue this, guys. So, March 31st, not a whole lot of celestial activity going on. April 1st, April Fool's Day is actually going to be a pretty good day in terms of like emotions, except probably the moon conjunct Uranus. That aspect might be a little bit unpredictable. And then Wednesday, we have the opening sextile between the sun and the moon. So on Wednesday, we have an opportunity to allow the seeds that we planted on the not the lunar eclipse, excuse me. We have the opportunity to grow and nourish and water the seeds that were planted during the new moon, solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse in Aries. Okay, so Wednesday is actually an opportune day. And then we have the moon joining Jupiter as well. So Wednesday overall emotionally is probably going to be the most optimistic that we're going to have. Thursday is going to be a little rocky. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the moon is transiting Gemini. Shout out to my Geminis on Thursday. And I'm breaking down each day just because I've looked over this when I went live on TikTok, and I feel like I should give you guys the same information. So Thursday, moon is going to be in Gemini, okay? And it's going to make some pretty intense aspects to Saturn, Mercury, Venus. So Thursday, be a little bit patient and allow the emotional roller coasters to die out, because Friday is going to be a big astrological day. First and foremost, we have Saturn sextile Uranus. This is like rare energy. This doesn't happen often. And we have Mars sextile Uranus and Mars trine Saturn. This is such a powerful day because if there's any restructuring that you need to do, Friday will be the day to do so. Friday will be the day to do so. We're going to get really honest with our desires. We're going to get really honest with where we are headed, because we also have an opportunity to recreate structures that are no longer serving us. And again, this is a pretty big celestial event that is happening because Saturn and Uranus, they are pretty slow movers in terms of their transit. But Mars isn't. So, and Mars being involved with both Saturn and Uranus is suggesting to me that we're going to take a bold step into what our desires, true desires. This is not just like the whims, passing whims of passion that we have, because Saturn is involved in whatever Saturn aspects in astrology is very powerful, because Saturn puts us directly in touch with reality. So we have a date with reality on Friday. And then on Saturday, pretty pleasant emotional aspects, emotionally grounded day as well. And then Sunday and Monday, guys, I'm actually really looking forward to Sunday and Monday. Of course, I'm going to talk about this more as we get closer to. But Sunday and Monday, especially Sunday, this is beautiful, like romantic energy between, first and foremost, it's a lucky opportunity. Like there's luck in the air on Sunday. So, Sunday the 6th, if you have an opportunity to try your luck, I would try it. Shout out to the mask man. What's going on? Big shout out to you. And then, but the reason why I like Sunday, okay, so Friday is more like it's like they're all kind of serious, but Sunday is probably my favorite day for astrology for this week, April 8th, because we have the sun sextile Jupiter. All right, this is like abundant energy. This is beautiful energy too. And then we have Venus and Mars in a trine. So this is like great for like any kind of romance. Like if you want to take somebody out on a date, you want to take your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, partner out on a date, Sunday would be the day. This is beautiful energy. Like I'm looking at like Sunday brunch, you know, that's a beautiful love energy, but we have to be careful not to go over the top, because Monday morning, Venus and Saturn meet in the sky. So if you're trying your luck, if you're being overly optimistic, do so with a grain of caution, a little pinch of caution, because Venus conjunct Saturn is a reality check moment. And it doesn't have to be bad, because if you are in alignment with reality, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you are too lost in the sauce, if there's like some fantasy going on, I would be careful, because this is when things are going to get serious. Nano CBD says the out of body experience is off the charts. Returning to the physical realm generates an energy pump. This is so true. This was my download today, especially with Neptune in Aries. Literally, spirit is descending into matter, right? Neptune in Pisces was all about the spiritual. But then we restart the zodiac and Neptune goes into Aries, and that spiritual energy comes into the self, our desires, our passions, our instincts, right? Aries is a very youthful, young energy, and it represents birth. It represents the child of the zodiac. And being that spirit descended into matter, one of two things is going to happen. Either people are going to get lost in the sauce and have no connection to themselves whatsoever, or the spiritual energy will permeate and translate through our desires and our passions and our self. Literally, Aries is the self. If Aries is the animal self or the human self, Pisces is the transcendent self. And Neptune rules Pisces. Pisces rules Neptune. And being that it restarted the zodiac, this spiritual energy is literally coming down into Earth. And people will either know who they are and utilize this to the max, or they might be confused. They might have like identity crises. Market's looking brutal tomorrow. Oh, nice. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Nano CBD. And Citizens for Defense, shoot your question. Shout out to you. It's going to be so interesting seeing how Neptune in Aries impacts the markets. Oh my God. This is anytime there's big planets that shift into different sign. These are generational planets, right? Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. These are generational planets, and they are responsible for the collective evolution. So when they move into a different sign, this is going to be so fascinating to see what and how it's going to translate into the world economy. Now, we do have the July, or it was the June dates that I mentioned about to look out for, but this is going to be wild, guys. I'm so curious what's going to happen in the markets tomorrow. Yeah. Wow. Thanks for bringing that up. Oh, threshold. Sorry, bro. I'm just locked in. But I mean, if you don't have anything nice to say, I might remove you, buddy, because I'm trying to keep it chill in here. Your comments really don't bother me. I just want to make sure people get the value that they are here to get. Shout out to Goofy Boy. I know. I had this girl rub it today. I swear to God, she made a wish and it came true. I was like, damn, I knew I was fucking magical. Anyways, this is going to be good, guys. I'm looking forward to this week. And again, this was kind of a weird day for me because, like I said, just a few curveballs. Mercury retrograde. I'm going to blame it on Mercury retrograde and Mercury going back into Pisces. And yeah, but I am going to get off this live stream. And tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, make sure you guys are subscribed. Have the bell notifications on so you never miss a live as I go live. Normally, Sunday to Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to see if I can get this multi-streaming thing set up tomorrow. Because, you know, it's kind of interesting. YouTube and TikTok, two different worlds. Two completely different worlds. So, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be, guys, be very present because when we have outer planets shift, okay, again, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, the shift is subtle until the personal planets come into contact with them. And the personal planets are the Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, Mercury. I would add Jupiter and Saturn in there too, but those are rarer transits. But we're going to feel as soon as the moon makes an aspect to Neptune, we're going to be like, oh, something's different. And this is going to happen as soon as, I think I said Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Let's take a look. Yep, Tuesday, sorry. Tuesday, 1:34 p.m. Be on the lookout. Again, pay attention, be present, stay alert. love yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and you will always illuminate the path forward. Sending you guys so much love, and thank you for joining. Shout out to Nano CBD and everybody else, and we'll talk soon.